Hello, fellow brothers and sisters of SEIU Local 503. My name is Avery Horton, and I'm a home care worker. Have you ever read the book The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene? I just noticed something. I think they spelled his name wrong. I believe Green has an E on the end. But anyway, it's one of those books that everybody should read, and the sooner the better. So what it's about is these laws, especially if you're in the political game or in any game where there's power. And I just want to kind of run through them real quick and stop on a couple of the ones that are really relevant to what's going on with SEIU Local 503 and the vote. Law 3, conceal your intentions. Now, the board says that their intention is to protect your personal information, okay? But that's not really what it's about. Always say less than necessary. They don't tell us all the facts. They leave a lot of things out. Win through your actions, never through argument. You see, they don't want to debate or argue or discuss the issues. They just take action. They don't give the other side a chance. And that's you and I, the membership. Learn to keep people dependent on you. And that's what they do. By holding membership down, then membership depends on the leaders. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Selective honesty. Well, they've got that one down. And when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. You see, they want to protect your personal information. They are appealing to your self-interest, but that's not what they want to do at all. They want to control your information so they can control you by keeping you in the dark, by keeping you uninformed, by keeping you ill-informed, by keeping you from getting other information from other sources. They only want you to hear their message. Because if you eliminate the rest, then you win every time. Crush your enemy totally. Any union worker, brothers and sisters, that goes against that union message gets crushed, gets squashed. Because I told my story at the lobby days I attended on February 28th, I don't get to attend lobby days anymore because I didn't tell the union story. I wasn't a union mouthpiece. I was speaking for myself. They don't like that. Keep others suspended in terror. That's right. Since I've been putting out these videos and I put my email address out there, I've been contacted. People say they're afraid. They don't want to get put on the list. You know, the list of people who are against union leadership. Know who you are dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Well, this is one they violated because they don't know me. They don't know who they're dealing with. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Now, this is something that they've done to a T. They tell you what to think. They don't teach you how to think. They tell you what to think. They don't teach you how to speak and tell your story. They teach you how to speak and tell their story. They create this cult-like following. They talk about the group, but you see, we're individuals. We can stand together as brothers and sisters, but we are all individuals. And even though in the bylaws that they say we're all equal, we are not. At least they don't treat us like we're all equal, so therefore we're not. Play to people's fantasies. You see, they do that so well. You know, the things that they want, they're fantasies. They're not real. They don't work in reality. For example, protecting your personal information. This is the 21st century. Your information is on so many computers, it's not funny. So they're playing to this fantasy that they can protect your information, while at the same time they take other people's personal information and put it into their computers. So they don't really care about protecting people's information. Once again, they only want to control it so they can control you. Master the art of timing. Well, that's what they're trying to do here. They're doing everything they can to get this vote, to get people to vote yes on April 17th so they don't have to go to court on the 19th. Right here, strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. You see, that's why they're going to come down on me. They've already taken away my lobby days. I don't know what else they're going to try and take away. We will see. And so they'll say, you see what happened to Avery when he stepped out of line, when he spoke up, when he stood up. Well, do you want that to happen to you? Well, if you don't, then shut up, get back in line, stay in line, and toe the line. That's what's going on. Work on the hearts and minds. They work on the heart. They appeal. Emotional appeals. Nothing based in logic and reason. No facts. No evidence. No proof. They just appeal to the heart. To the emotion. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to think. Because a thinking member is not a good member. It's not a controllable member. So you see, these 48 laws, some of them are so applicable to what's going on. But once again, they spend more money on politics and almost no money on education. I think we should adopt a bylaw that says for every dollar spent on politics, $2 needs to be spent on member education. Or at least $1. But if it was up to me, it would be almost all the dollars would be spent on member education. Because when a member gets educated, they become more valuable because they have more skills, they become more productive, so they can command and demand a higher pay. Not just demanding higher pay for same work. That doesn't work. Not just demanding higher pay because you show up. No, you have to be productive. That's the way it works. So you see, fellow brothers and sisters of SEIU 503, I hope you've understood these. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And also, I want you to feel free to vote how you want to vote and not how union leadership tells you to vote. Once again, thank you for watching and listening.